Hey guys, also welcome to another video of my Squad AA, and this is another transfer video regarding Alexandro and Isco from Real Madrid. Now, I did a transfer window 2 to 3 days ago regarding Christian Pulisic and El Hysaj from Napoli, and I'm back with another one. Now, obviously, I haven't done for a few days. I waited for more transfer news to come out, and also there wasn't really much to talk about, but there are some, big names popping out. We're being linked with big people, especially in the January transfer window and in the summer as well. And the first story is Alexandro. Now, obviously, as you know, 2 years ago we were heavily linked with him. If anything, everything was finalised. We just won a league with Antonio Conte in that summer. Literally every day it was all about Alexandro. 55 million bid rejected, 60 million bid rejected, 65 million bid rejected. Then we agreed to 70 mil. With Juventus, accommodation was booked, flights were booked, personal terms were agreed, and it collapsed in the last second. I was gutted because, for me, if you ask me, Alexandro is the best left back in the world. I'm sorry, he is better than Marcelo. Marcelo is better, but in this current moment in time, Alexandro is so good. He's world class, simply. And imagine him linking up with Hazard. Now, I've seen a lot of controversy on Twitter. A lot of Chelsea fans, especially on the fan base, are really torn because Alonso's done so well this season. I agree. Alonso just signed a 5-year contract, so you're probably thinking, come on, why are we going to get Sandro? Alonso just signed a 5-year deal. He's been outstanding this season. Sarri said he can become one of the best in Europe. Yes, you've got a completely valid point, but wouldn't you want an even better left back who Alonso's not too far behind? Yes, I do agree he's not the priority whatsoever. No, he's the last position we need to strengthen, but with us playing in the Champions League next season, very, very likely, we're going to need backup. And having a world-class backup just means that it just improves your squad even more, improves your squad. If you look at Man City, they've got world-class positions as backup. So why can't we be like that? Why can't we also be ambitious? We're going to play in Champions League. Sandro can play in the Champions League and cup competitions. Alonso can play in the Premier League. So they can rotate constantly. They're both world-class. Sandro's just slightly better, in my opinion. And I think it's perfect. Now, the reason why these rumours and links have been coming out is obviously he had an interview. And The Guardian have picked up on it, Sky Sports. So basically, here's the interview. Alexandro said, "I think one day, who knows what will happen. I have a desire to play in the Premier League. But right now, I'm very happy where I am at. The club I am at. The league I am playing in. Chelsea have been long admirers of me, and early in the season he basically admitted contract talks have been slow, and with only 18 months left on his contract should Chelsea sign him, he is one of the best left backs in the world and is of top quality, but it would be a bit harsh. Alonso has been really good for us." Now, Sandro said he wants to play in the Premier League. Contract talks have broken down, so this is where this rumour has come from, but we were already linked with him. We've been long admirers of him. He knows that as well. He wants to play in the Premier League. He's world class, and the two teams that have officially been targeting him are Chelsea and Man City. Now, with Manchester City, it baffles me slightly. Now, obviously, that Benjamin Mendy, who's also a very, very good left back, but he's been, halted by injuries. Obviously, he did his ACL last season, and now he's been injured a couple of times. He hasn't really gone into gear a bit. He's fallen out with Pep Guardiola regarding his social media issues recently. I just find it quite bizarre and baffling. Now, I don't understand why they'd be in for Alexandro. Why would you spend a further 55, 60 million pounds when you spent 50 million on Mendy? I think Chelsea, you could argue the same thing. We have Alonso. There's not really many big clubs that are really in for him. I'm not going to lie, I really can't. If you ask me for a possibility, I would say maybe 50-50. I really can't see his one happening. I'm not really convinced. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if this somehow ended up happening, if you know what I mean. So that's what got Alexandro. A lot of news outlets have caught onto this. He did say he admires the Premier League. He wants to play, and he said Chelsea have been looking at him for a long time. Contract negotiations have broken down. I explained to you my reasons. He's not a priority, but he's a world-class left back. Will definitely improve our starting level 100%. But that's regarding Alexandro. Now, regarding the second story, it is Isco from Real Madrid, and again, this has caused a lot of controversial opinions on the Chelsea fan base. I don't understand why. For a few years, we've been signing bang average players such as Danny Drinkwater and Davide Zappacosta, who are not Chelsea quality, they're not Chelsea calibre. And fans have been crying out for top calibre, world-class players. And we've finally been linked with Alexandro and Isco. And fans are still complaining, saying we don't need him. Yes, I agree to a certain extent, but Isco, we need a right wing, and he's been playing right wing with Real Madrid. It's not like he's not good enough to get in their starting 11. He is. He's been playing a lot this season, but it's more of he's fallen out with the manager. Relationships aren't that good. He's not too happy, and he also wants to play in the Premier League. He plays a lot on the right wing. He wouldn't really fit into our midfield because we play a 4-3-3 the way that we set up and the formation we do. Kovacic, Jorginho, Kante have been fantastic. You can't really remove anyone out of there. And I think the right wing is our weakness at the moment. I think Isco slots in there perfectly. He's got great agility, acceleration, cutting inside. His passing's phenomenal. He's got really good shooting on him. He's just world class, simple as. He's not going to be cheap, but once again, Chelsea, Man City are, you know, targeting him. But basically, this Spanish reporter, Eduardo Inda, basically stated that they consider Isco is not involved in the group, that he is doing his thing, so he's thinking of going to the Premier League. He has an offer from Chelsea and another from Manchester City. That's what the reporter said. That's his quotes. Obviously, like I said, his relationship with the manager and the group of players is not too good. He wants to move to the Premier League, so if it does happen, I would love to have Isco. Beautiful. Imagine Hazard and Isco. He's perfect to the way we play on the right wing position. Like I said, he wouldn't work in the midfield because of the way Sarri likes to press and play. He's not of a pressing player. He's more naturally of a luxury number 10, but because we don't really have a number 10 in our formation, because obviously he likes pressing, the way that we move up in 11 and we come back in 11. Certain players have their, you know, certain tactical styles and stuff. Isco would slot perfectly in the right wing position. He's a definite upgrade on Willian and Pedro, who are both aging, and I think is a fantastic choice. But definitely, once again, like Sandro, improve our starting 11. And when we're obviously competing on all 4 fronts next season, he's a perfect player to have. But that's just my opinion completely. He's not going to be cheap, going to be around the 60 million to 80 million pound mark. Remember, we have another issue. Real Madrid want Hazard. We also have Kovacic, who we want to sign permanently. So, will Real Madrid want to sell 2 of their assets? That's another question as well to be answered another time. But that's just my opinion. If you did enjoy this transfer video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on these 2 transfer stories, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.